Hello. Today we are going to be making a Rubik's Cube timer to time your solves. It will be able to generate a scramble, it will be able to list all your times, give you an average, and even save your times to a TXT file along with what scramble got you that time. So we'll be writing this in Python, and we'll just need a couple imports. So from input, import keyboard, and then we'll import time, import system, import OS, and import random, and we'll define a couple variables. Recording will equal false by default because we don't want to do that by default. We'll say solve time will equal 0 seconds. We'll set a current scramble, which will be an empty string. We'll have times equal to empty list so far for now. And moves will equal this list of possible moves for the cube. And you can just go down to the description and copy this so that you can get this list, or you can pause the video now and type it out. So then we'll define a function called scramble. And we'll say scramble will equal an empty string. Move will equal an empty string. And previous move will equal an empty string. Now we'll say for I in range. Now this number can be however many moves you want your scramble to be. I'm going to put 10. We're going to say move equals random.choice moves, and then we're going to add a space to the end. Then that should be move. And then we're going to say while move 0, so the first character of move, equals previous move, we're going to just generate a new move. And then the next step is to say previous move equals move 0, and we'll also say scramble plus equals move. So now we'll want to return scramble. Return scramble. I don't know why I got that. And we'll say current scramble will actually set to equal scramble. We'll then say print scramble plus current scramble. We'll define a couple functions now. First is onPress, which will pass in key, and we'll say just pass because we don't actually need this. We're just defining for the listener that we'll create later. And now we'll create an onRelease, which will also take in key. So we'll say a couple global values: global recording, global solve time, and global current scramble. So now we'll want to say if the key equals keyboard dot key dot space, we'll want to say recording equals not recording. And if not recording, we'll want to say os.system CLS to clear the screen, print yes, and we'll say finished in solve time seconds. Then we'll want to open up a file called scrambles.txt, and we'll want to open that in appending mode. We'll say f.write, and we'll just want to write scramble, and we'll put this in F. Current scramble time solve time. And this will get us that, and we can just close that file. So now, just a couple more things to do. we'll want to say current scramble equals scramble. We'll want to get or print out our new scramble. We'll want to append to our times list our solve time. We'll want to get an average of our times, which will equal the sum of our times divided by the length of our times. And then we'll say print times, and then for I in times, we're gonna say print. You can put like dash dash here, whatever. This is just, I'm like 2 spaces because I think it looks nice. And then we'll put plus a string of I. And now after that, we'll say print average plus the string of our average. And now we'll just set solve time back to 0. Now we're actually almost done. We'll just want to create a listener for the keys, which will equal keyboard dot listener. We'll give it an on press equal to our on press function, but don't open it up with parentheses, and an on release equal to our on release function. And then we're just going to start the listener. So now we want to say while true, solve time plus equals 1, system dot standard out dot write slash r time plus the string of solve time. We're gonna system dot standard out dot flush, and we're gonna finally time dot sleep 1, and also here you want to, what is wrong? I do something wrong. Let's rewrite this. Slash r time. Okay, so now where's our error? Oh, here. Not equals plus. That was a typo. So now if we run this, we should see we get a scramble and what's going on? What? Oh, this should be if recording do all of this, because otherwise we're just constantly doing it and we want to only do it if we're recording. So now we will get our time incrementing, and then we can stop it and we'll get our times, our average, a new scramble, and in scrambles.txt we'll see, actually wait, when we write to that, when we write to this, we'll want to actually new line. So now we start it and we get this, and then when we stop it, we'll get a scramble and a time. And the first scramble will be a line down. You can just manually fix that. I could add a way around it, but it would be more trouble than it's really worth. So anyways, that's how you get a Rubik's Cube timer. Goodbye.